What's up, everybody? This is Chris from the Foppish Dandies, and these are our top 10 favorite bosses from the Resident Evil series. Number 10, Ultimate Abyss, Resident Evil Revelations. Whenever you go up against Jack Norman's mutation, the Ultimate Abyss, you better hope you're stocked up on ammo. Not only does he have teleportation and erratic moves, but he also can make doubles of himself. All of those combined make it hard to put this monster down, and that's why he's on this list. Number 9, Yawn, Resident Evil. What happens when you cross the T-virus with a venomous snake? Well, you find out the hard way in 1996's Resident Evil. Cross the fact that most people have phobias of snakes and mix it with a mansion filled with zombies and death traps, and you probably won't sleep for a week. Number 8, El Gigante, Resident Evil 4. El Gigante is just as powerful as he is huge, and Resident Evil 4 forces you to fight him in an enclosed area behind the church. The fact that the game forced you to fight him face to face in such a confined space makes him a very memorable foe. And if the first time wasn't stressful enough, there's 2 more of them waiting later in the game. Number 7, Lisa Trevor, Resident Evil, the 2002 remake. Even though she was talked about frequently in the first few games, fans never encountered her until the GameCube remake in 2002. When they brought her to life, they brought one of the most terrifying and saddest creatures to the Resident Evil series. Number 6, Albert Wesker. Albert Wesker is probably the most iconic face of the series, and in Resident Evil 5, players finally got to fight a mutated Wesker.
It's over, Wesker! Over.
Even if it did have some of the goofier moments in Resident Evil, it was still a major moment in the series' history. Number 5, Scag Dead, Resident Evil Revelations. Also known as the Communications Officer, this monster was the cause of a lot of dread for fans. Whenever you finally worked up the courage to shoot the lock off the door to set the creature free, then you realized why you kept hearing such horrible noises. The fact that the entire time you are fighting the Scag Dead it is crying out in pain and asking for you to kill it makes it that much more memorable. Number 4, Lago, Resident Evil 4. In the Resident Evil series, boss battles consist of encountering a monster in a room and then shooting the shit out of it until you either kill it or you get killed by it. That is, until we met Lago in RE4. That giant fish flipped the script on the whole series and made us all realize we weren't just playing the same old Resident Evil game. Number 3, TZero, Resident Evil. This tyrant is by no means the craziest or even scariest monster in the Resident Evil series, but it is definitely one of the most remembered. What the TZero lacks in craziness, it makes up for in originality. Not only that, I'm pretty sure he was the cause of my first anxiety-driven heart attack. Number 2, William Birkin, Resident Evil 2. Birkin was the biologist responsible for creating the G-virus. During the events of Resident Evil 2, players must protect Birkin's daughter, all while continually having to fight him as he endlessly transforms more and more until he is finally unrecognizable. He was one of the first crazy transformed monsters in the Resident Evil franchise. Plus, he is probably the worst father in history, and that's why he's so high on this list. Number 1, Nemesis. Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. This tyrant is the stuff made of pure nightmares. It haunts you everywhere you go, and there seems to be no escape from it. Not only was he big, scary, and inescapable, he was also fast and used weapons too. Plus, we couldn't forget to mention that he is the only boss on this list with a game named after him.
I'll give you stars.
Well guys, there you have it. That's our list of the top 10 best bosses from the Resident Evil series. Let us know if we left anybody out or how you would rank them. And tell us what top 10 list you would like to see us do next. Until next time.
It's time to go.